Today I'm here to talk briefly about the installation and setting of differential pressure controller TA Pilot R. TA Pilot R, also known as the Little Giant, is an advanced differential pressure controller with about 50% reduction in height and 80% reduction in weight compared to a conventional differential pressure controller of the same range. So, in order to install the valve, you can see a directional arrow for installation along with the size of the valve on the body. The differential pressure controller goes on the return side of your system, and a manual balancing valve STAF would go on the supply side of your system. The STAF on your supply side and the TA Pilot R on your return side are connected with a capillary connection, which is provided along with the differential pressure controller. This capillary tube would connect to your differential pressure controller right at this port that's provided here. The other side of your capillary connection would connect to STAF, which is the manual balancing valve on the supply side. Once you have the capillary connected, you would go in and open up the high pressure PT port on your STAF in order to allow the water to bypass through your capillary tube. So once you have your STAF installed on the supply, TA Pilot R on the return, connected with the capillary connection with an open bypass, that is the water flow going through your capillary tube, you have to ensure that you vent your differential pressure controller for it to work properly. In order to vent your system, you would simply open the screw that's provided here for venting on your pilot on each side of the pilot. So based on whichever screw position is on top, you would open up that screw up to 2 maximum turns in order to vent the air out of your system. So once you vent the air out of the DP controller, your installation process should pretty much be complete. As you can see on the valve body, we also provide 2 PT ports for differential pressure measurement. Now moving on to the setting of the TA Pilot R. On top of the pilot, you can see the differential pressure range of the pilot that's installed on the valve, as well as the change in the pressure you would make with each turn while setting this differential pressure controller. So in order to set the DP controller, you would simply need a 5mm Allen key that will go on top of your pilot, where if you rotate this clockwise, you would increase the setting of your valve, and the anti-clockwise rotation would decrease the setting of your valve. Also, if you want to lock the setting of your valve on the job site, there's a hole provided up top through which you could put in a tie of some sort in order to lock the valve at that position in order to avoid any kind of tampering on the job site. One of the greatest benefits of the pilot technology that I would like to mention is that if the differential pressure range that you're currently working with changes in your project due to whatever reason in the future, you do not have to worry about replacing this entire valve. You can simply unscrew the pilot off of the valve body and replace it with a new pilot of a different differential pressure range that we can provide in order to fit your new system.